Hello, everyone. It's Lutzby, and welcome to The Children of Clay. The Children of Clay is a stop-motion horror game that I just happened to find on Steam, so I figured I'd check it out with you here. If you do end up liking this game, I will, of course, leave the link to the game in the episode description. If you want to check it out, go ahead, support their studio. That'd be amazing. I don't know what to expect. I never do. Honestly, 90% of my life is guesswork. Just like with this game today. I like scary stuff, but I don't like being scared. It's a weird thing about me. I don't understand it either, but I'm just here to have fun like you are. So let's get comfy, grab some water, and we are going to stop stalling because I see that fucking face in the shadows. We're just gonna deal with it together. It'll be great. We're doing great. Boop. Time is 5 and 40 past 11. I have received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ortve. He writes again about how he misses working with me out in the field, and his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine and was once again back in the cave, trapped and hopeless. I compose myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. I wish we didn't have to start it. Name, artifact number 297. Site, Kurgan Burial Mound, 7B, Earl Mountains. Material clay. Age unknown. Function unknown. I don't like this. I don't like things that look like faces. Looks like we have a magnifying glass. Okay. This looks like some sort of... Well, I'm not too sure what I'm looking at. We can rotate it. Oh my god, it has a butthole. The compass is detecting a magnetic field. That's all we gather from that. Oh. Search for... Okay. These are matches. We've got a candle. We can light our candle. I don't know if that fixes anything, but that's fine. Let's just examine every side. They seem to be some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe I can find something in my books. So let's open our books and we'll just type in the word runes. An example of rune and runiform writings. The letter U is written using different runes. Number 1, the Orcon rune. Number 2, Rovas rune. Number 3, Futhark rune. Okay. So we could try to decipher what this says. It looks like we've written it down on a piece of paper. I'm wondering if we can figure out what each letter spells. So let's pull this up again just to look at it. Orcon, Rovas, Futhark. Let's try to type in Orcon. Did I spell it right? I'm gonna have to look at it again because I'm terrible at spelling Rovas. R-O-V-A-S. Oops, sorry, I whacked my microphone. The Rovas script, or Old Hungarian runes, is a writing system used for writing the Hungarian language. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use, and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script has remained in use. For example, Shepherds use it to track the number of animals. Old Hungarian letters were usually written from right to left. So instead of the American version being left to right, this is right to left, which means that whatever they're writing may be backwards. So I'm actually going to grab a little piece of paper and I'm going to play along. If you want to as well, by all means, I love this stuff. Give me 2 seconds, I'll grab a piece of paper because I'm going to play detective. So it looks like the runes that we have on the slip of paper on the desk, it looks like 2 of those are U's. So I'll do U, blank, blank, U, blank, blank. And then we have, it looks like a backwards N, which looks like it's the letter R. So U, R, blank, U, blank, blank. And then we have, it looks like an upside down T or an upside down crucifix. And that looks like it could be it might be a D. So URD. URDU blank blank. And then our next one, it looks like it's a backwards C, which is an N. So URD UN blank. And our last one, it looks like it is kind of like an A, but the tail is a little bit crooked. And that one is looks like a G. So we have, now assuming that, like they said, this is written right to left, meaning that it's read right to left, it would be URDUNG, your dung. So they're calling us shit, which is disrespectful. That's fine. So what we'll do now is we'll take those letters, assuming that it's one word, and we'll type it in. Erdung is a shape-shifting demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it ruled the lower world and helped God in creating the earth. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Erdung myths is recorded in the Yurga tablet, found in the Ural Mountains. Image number 1, illustration of the devil from the Codex Gigas, 13th century. So we know that this is some sort of an interpretation of something not super great. So let's look at maybe the other side, because this side has the inscription right there. No, let's go the other way, my friend. Let's look at this side. And maybe the back. I wish we could flip it over. There's a little something right there, but I'm not sure. An object made of iron embedded in the artifact. It doesn't seem like it is possible to extract it. Okay, so why is there... We found that. Jesus. So there was something living in it. There was a fly in its eye. Maybe we'll examine the other eye. The face. The runes. Oh, I didn't notice that. Curious, this feature resembles a tail. Meaning that little nubbin right there. I'm wondering... So we have 11 things that we could potentially find. So we've searched up some of the runes. We could look up. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. I definitely spelled that wrong. Okay. So the types of runes are irrelevant. We already know that those are the Rovos runes. We could just look up iron. The earliest known ironwork is dated from 3500 BC and made from meteoric iron. There are two main types of iron: wrought iron or cold iron, and cast iron. Cold iron has a long and varied tradition in the mythology and folklore of the world. So now let's just search cold iron and we'll see what comes up. Or just cold, maybe. No. Wrought iron. Or we could look up tail, perhaps. See, but why would they have iron embedded in this thing? Cool. We could just look up maybe mythology or folklore. Let's look up folklore. Maybe mythology. Maybe. I'm gonna go back to the name first. Let's maybe look up the Ural Mountains. The Ural Mountains, or simply the Urals, are a mountain range in Eurasia that runs north-south from the coast of the Arctic Ocean to northwestern Kazakhstan. Exhibit 1, a fragment of von Herbertsen's map. Maybe we just look up clay, perhaps. Pottery is the process of forming objects with clay and other raw materials, which are fired at high temperatures to give them a hard and durable form. It is one of the oldest human inventions, originating before the Neolithic period, with ceramic objects dating back to 29,000 to 25,000 BC. Maybe. So we've looked up the demon, right? Which has given us this. We've looked up the devil. We could look up Ugra for the tablet, maybe. Found in the Ural Mountains, the Ugra tablet depicts the legend of a star that fell to Earth, and out of the star, the 7 children of Urdung crawled out. According to the legends, the children caused misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind, but a brave Taltosh used his cunning to lure and trap the creatures. Out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted on the tablet. This could be because of damage, but one hypothesis states that this is the evidence for the 7th children being the folk creature Mamush. So let's look up Mamush. The Mamush is an invisible creature that scares children in Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, but there is no description of its shape, even in the beliefs of other peoples. According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape anywhere, because for everyone it is the embodiment of their own fears. Excuse you. Are you bleeding out of your eyes and your little mouth? That's not super great. Let's maybe try looking up God. Could not find anything relevant. Okay. Let's look up the Ural. And then I needed... Was it Ukra? Was that the name of the tablet? There we go. And then we have Mamush. Taltosh. According to folk tradition, Taltosh is a person with a supernatural power. A Taltosh was born with teeth, a sixth finger, or other additional bones. The most important ability of a Taltosh is a meditation or spiritual trance. In this state, they could heal wounds and sickness or learn hidden truths by sending their soul among the stars. Okay. Taltosh. We learned about Mamush. What if we look up children? Maybe? No. Let's see. And if we look up folklore, we get nothing. I'm not sure if we can get anything out of this page, like anything else. So I think this page has been sated. Mamush's page has been sated. Taltosh's page has been sated, I believe. We could try to look up Star. Oh! Can we pull it out? Oh, hate that. I don't want to turn it around. What if, like, the face looks different? Jesus H. What on earth? I should pick up the candle and investigate. You really shouldn't. I feel like we should just not. Okay, so our perspective has changed a little bit. I don't see anything. Ugh, I don't want to open the damn door. I need to figure out what's happening before I leave. See, I could never work with, like, statues or anything remotely human. Because seeing this shit in the dark, my soul would leave my whole body. There is not a snowball's chance in hell that I would ever put up with this. A collection of Neolithic artifacts. More dark stains, they lead to the left. No. See, what the fuck is that? Actually, I'm quitting. If you want to breathe at me, I'm gonna... I will light your house on fire. I'm joking, but... A stone statue from... What is that noise? It's breathing, because it's a demon. There's something on there. I would never look in that. You couldn't pay me $1,000. A stone statue from the Urals, possibly used to warn travelers of dangerous places. Then why the fuck do you have it? You know where it belongs? In the goddamn mountains. Why do you have that in your office? I'm gonna pan my camera, and there's gonna be just a whole ass demon. You could absolutely just stop wheezing. That's a fantastic idea. There's just some masks. Oh. Bronze plaque in the form of a human face. See, actually, no. I appreciate ancient art. That's fine. I love that. I love understanding the history of people before us. But make sure you have a goddamn generator in your house, in your study, in your museum. Because if I ever walked past this shit by candlelight, I'm so stressed I'm losing my voice. If I walk past this shit by candlelight after I just watched a statue bleed out of its little butt and its mouth and its eyes, I don't give a fuck. I got a sledgehammer. I would shit my whole pants. It would be osmotic. I would shit my pants and your pants. I don't want to see this by candlelight after my shivers are already timbered. Lomovatov statue from the 10th century. And sculpture of unknown origin found in Siberia. Now, looking up gives us this. Oh! Oh! How about you don't? I stumble in the darkness, trying to find my way toward the door and away from that wretched thing. I reach out with my hand to find something. There is a wall here. No. There is nothing in front of me. The air feels colder here. There is a wall here, and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. There is a wall here. There is nothing in front of me. There is nothing in front of me. So now we're just navigating in the fucking darkness. If something jumps out at me, I'm defeated. My soul is leaving. I am passing away. There's a wall here. So now I basically just have to, in my brain, figure out where I'm at. There's a wall here. Okay. There's nothing in front of me. Okay. So now I need to just navigate. There's a wall. There's nothing in front of me. Can we walk forward? Okay. There's a wall in front of me. There's a wall here. So we're like in a corner right now. Is this not where I came from? I don't know, is it? There's a wall here. There's a wall in front of me. Am I losing my mind? Honestly, I thought I just kind of sucked at navigating this person. But it feels like we're just stuck. There's a wall here. There is a wall here. We've effectively like turned in circles and there's just a wall everywhere. No, this can't be happening. I remember the matches I keep in my pocket. There's a single one left. We're gonna light it and I'm gonna fucking die. It takes a few seconds before I dare to light it. No, thank you. Is this the cave that we had mentioned in the beginning? There's a wall here. Excerpt from the newspaper article titled "The Children of Clay." Just a few months after the disappearance of the esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact, the team working on the remote site in the Urals has made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similar small clay figures has been discovered. They are already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study them. That was very interesting. I expected it to be scarier. Don't get me wrong. If I were in that situation, I would have shat my pants. I would have broken that fucking thing so fast. But when you sit back and you think about everything, this was a stop-motion horror game, which is wild. So with stop motion, if you don't know, what they do is they basically make teeny tiny like models of things. Like if you've ever seen the movie Coraline, everything in there, every action, every facial expression, it's all meticulously made by hand. And what they'll do is if somebody were, say, walking or something, they would move their foot a little bit and they'd take a picture, and then move their foot a little bit more and take a picture. And they're basically going frame by frame by frame and stacking it on top. And then when you play all the frames together, it creates movement, it creates life, it creates whatever, a game, a movie. So for them to sit there and do this meticulously, even with something as small as a statue, and I say small with big air quotes, that's so much time and so much effort. On top of that, they did an awesome job with atmosphere. The music is very simple, but it has a really unique way of just making you uncomfortable. Like, I was shitting my pants. And a big part of that was because of the music, because of the atmosphere and the sound effects. The research that they put into this, for the history, mythology, folklore, researching runes takes forever. And then transcribing words into different types of runes, it's so much. Like, this game was short, but it's so story rich, and it's so like historically like substantial, where it's like, yeah, it was fun, it was creepy, but we learned stuff together. And that's the beauty of A, games, and B, history, because history do be historic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you want to check it out for yourself, if you want to experience this for yourself, I will leave the link to it from Steam in the episode description. Please go check it out. Go support them. This game was fucking awesome. I really hope that they make more games like this. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember to love each other and be nice, and yeah, okay, I love you, bye!